Hey there everybody, it's After Beer Stand back here with another Creeper World 3 puzzle map. This is another custom map. CSM-84 is the name of the map. I didn't name it, so don't ask me. By Yum234. And it's a really hard one. I've tried it several times actually and can't get very far, and I thought maybe hitting record would make it easier, because that always does make games I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I don't know. I need to record. I need to talk to somebody, and there's nobody around. I'm out in the middle of nowhere with a dog and an autistic son who doesn't talk to anyone. So, he's not really autistic. That's a joke. I mean, I think we're all somewhere on that spectrum, so maybe he is a little bit, but like that's not what I'm saying. So I know I have a pretty good idea what not to do. if that makes the game any more fun. I have a pretty good idea what not to do. I also know that we want to plug this and plug that up there. Our other option would be to plug brown, but realistically, all of these 50, because here, let me pause for a second and show you this, because here we have an emitter here. Oh, that's a 20? That's a 20. Interesting. And a 10 up here. So what I do know is that if we can get one power up, which we can pretty easily, this one will overpower this, at least to the point of getting this thing, which is a minus 10% to all enemy emitters. Oh, and before we get too carried away, this map has a few things that I don't think I've showed before. So it has these boss emitters. No, I think we've seen those. Anyway, but it also has these gateways, which have switches that you have to take control of. If we haven't seen these, they have multiple lives, and they give everybody around them a bonus to production, ×4 production. So, and then, like, there's one up here, I think the big one has 6 lives. 6 lives on those guys, yeah. So clearly this is like the mini boss, and then we have a trifecta of ultimate boss fights to take. And some of them are insane, like these are producing, that's not even much. There was one that was in the thousands. Thought. Maybe not. Well, we'll find it later. If it, in fact, it does exist on this map. That could have been a different... Oh yeah, there it is, 1500. Like, what? 1500, yeah, there's a few of them. So, big numbers. We also have these bomb generator thingies. If we can get a hold of that, it has bombs that go in it that you can use to do different things. I thought there was another one somewhere, but maybe not. So yeah, that's basically the new stuff that at least I haven't shown before. You may have seen before, whatever. So pause, unpause. Okay, terraform. We want to open that up pretty much immediately so we can get our power up. And then we want to put a wall around yellow. This is what I know. This is what I know that we can get away with. And then kind of like from there, I don't really know. So we'll figure it out. Hopefully, we won't have to re-record this. I think I've figured out enough ways to fail that at this point the only thing we can do is either nothing or succeed. Like, I think I've dead-ended as many ways as there is to dead-end. So we can easily take these two, but we can't take this one or this one until we're able to lift the command center. The problem is, and I've done it, we lift the command center and then this thing explodes and everything dies. So I don't know what to do about that. We can't simultaneously build a wall around it and destroy it. So I'm just not sure what to do at that point. I am fairly sure that we're going to need a guppy at some point, so let's get one going. I don't know if that's a good spot to build it in, but that's where I'm putting it. And so this thing, I think the only option is to push around the corner, and you just can't make the push around the corner. So we're going to need another power-up from somewhere, I guess, before we're able to push around this corner. We can get this. I know that now that we have the one power-up, this thing is 20, and it's winning because this thing pushes in 2 directions. And it will take this, but it takes frickin' forever. Okay, we've got that blocked off, so we should plug red before this thing gets out of control. And then that way we're only dealing with what's actually here, 5, 10, 25, 30, 35. We can push against 35 with 80, right? But we can't push against 35 and all the red. That's what I think. So just to be safe, what I'm going to do, I've tried pushing into this before and failed, so this could be a bad idea. I don't know. Oh, you know what? We should wait actually until we win this thing, because that'll be at a minus 10% to all of this. Although this is only getting. Is it going down? How is it going down? Is it just equalizing? Yeah, because it's going up over here. I'm going to try it. We're just going to take out the corner. 1, 2, and then, you know, hopefully that should prevent it from, like, flooding us out too abruptly. Hopefully we don't lose our power up and then we lose the battle. I don't see how to come back from that. That's the problem with this whole strategy. No, that was too much. That's going to overrun us. And then once we lose the power up, then we lose this fight. Although this is actually dropping pretty quickly, so we could conceivably, let's go to ×3 and see what ends up happening. Because if this keeps going down here, it actually is pretty fast. Even at ×3, that's a fast drop. So actually we might be able to push back into all of that. That would be wonderful, but that's still going down really quickly. We can get our power up back, which it looks like we're about to. Well, I say about to, but it's still a minute away here. So you have to get it up to a depth before it'll... But that's dropping really fast. Yeah, that's... Okay, so we're going to win that. We're going to win that. What are we doing over here? We're just kind of sitting steady. Are we starting to climb now? Yes, okay. So I believe that means it's safe to terraform down the rest of this, which might make this go a little faster. Might get us this thing a little faster anyway. Hopefully. Wonder if we need to wall one side off and just push one direction at a time. That's a 5. That's a 10. So what happens if we put this back? Probably instant victory. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting places. That was probably harder than it needed to be, but we got there eventually, right? Okay, and then as soon as we get this, we should start seeing... We need to get victory going on here again, and then we can get a turf up there and wall this off as well, and then I think maybe plug the brown, and then we might be in a position to start making some progress against that area. Maybe not a victory immediately, but there we go. We can take this back down again, I think. Imagine that would probably be like a good idea. Alright, let's go back down to game speed Uno and figure out what we're doing. 30, 100, 30, like, no, we got brown. We still can't push against brown. Alright, yeah, so let's, we got enough terrain covered up there. We can send Terp along. We'll just park you anywhere realistically and send the guppy along. Now, as we've seen, there are like 1500s on the map, so I don't know how all of this ties together. So even terraforming this up to a height of 9 potentially means that it could get overflowed. And we can't terraform to a 10, which can't be overflowed. So eventually, like you can see here, well, those are short walls, that's why that's overflowing. Yeah, this is just doomed. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to come back to life. That's going to be a late game thing, I would think. Well, we need to get the 17 switch regardless, so. We now, I believe, have both. Oh no, we don't have both 2s yet. There we go, that's a big win right there. We now have enough power-ups that we can probably just overcome that, and then maybe push our way through here too. Producing 735. Well, I don't think we're gonna, no, maybe not push our way into here. And there's no point in even trying, realistically. What good does having white right here? What is white? Where's white? That's surrounded by level 10 terrain, so that's not, there's nothing happening there. That's an 18, but we would need to close this 17 gate before we can access that. And that's all one way into white. White is buried pretty deep. There's no, that doesn't really afford us anything if we uncork that. We can't really attack anything through it that we could possibly overcome with our one emitter here. That's the problem. So white is not really of any benefit to us at the moment. It really seems like we need to get up into here. Yeah. Oh, there's our other bomb factory. Yeah, well, let's get that thing. That's what we need. And we need to get this 7 switch. So do we push this way or this way? We don't have a card to put in it. Where do we get the card? The first one is probably across the 7 or across this 7. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's one right here. Okay, so that clinches it for me. We're going to go this way. Yeah, I'll just go against the one little puny thing. Okay, you're done over there, so let's send you over here. And now we can move this, I think, over to this brown. Just kind of in preparation for trying to retake this area. Oh, and this is a white here with all kinds of things going on regarding it. There's the 17 switch, one of them anyway. There's 3 of those things we got to take though, and that one is pretty much guarded by pink. We're going to have to plug that at some point, I can see. After, no, I don't know. It all seems very circular. You have to get the thing to get the thing so that you can get the thing that you need to get the same. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Got it. These should be easy victories because, yeah, we're pushing 40 against their 20s. Not even 20s because they're at minus 10%. There is no tooltip or anything, because if you hover over this, it just says ensures massive weakening power minus 0.1, minus 10%. But it doesn't tell you who. Likewise, there's another one that's a debuff, and that one also does not explain itself. You just have to experiment. Basically, green is good, red is bad. That's all you need to know. That holds true for all of these little structures that you get. This one also doesn't explain that it's a percentage. It's just minus 0.1, and then these ones are 1. None of that makes any sense, really. So now we got that thing. 18, that one's a little bit stronger, but it shouldn't matter. Just to be on the safe side, we'll take this one down here. Integrity check complete! Alchemitter. That's what it's called. That's what it calls itself, anyway. Now we know the technical in-game name. What's going on there? Why you don't win? There we go. Just taking a second to push through. Had to get through the reservoir. Got it. Take that one down. What's over here? These were all 18s as well. We might be able to continue pushing through here. That would be great. Getting this thing would be a big deal. Well, we need a ring to go with it. These are 2s. We need a 1 ring. We need the 1 ring. Actually, I think these are the ones. I think they just say 2. Oh no, there's one that says 1. And there's another one once we get through the 7. Interesting. Contamination complete in 11 seconds. Yellow. Let's see. We should probably do this. Wall that up. Actually, I think this might be like all the power that yellow really has, but it doesn't really cost us anything to do this, so let's just do it anyway. In case I missed something somewhere. We don't need to give them any advantages. We'll block that up. Like I say, just in case. And attack through the bottom here. Yes, okay, and this one is an accelerator, so let's put that here. Missing recipe chip. It's like 30 seconds is our production time on that. Why? Oh, are we out of range? Well, speaking of, no, we haven't taken this yet. Oh, we could probably take that now. So we'll send that one down here. And then that produces 10 times as much for the duration of the bomb. So 400. Which speeds things along nicely in instances like this. Look, it actually pushed it right over the top of the thing there. And then after this runs out, it'll start building a new one. 30 seconds later, we have a second one. So that goes on all game. And yes, you can accidentally click on the enemy emitters and boost them. And yes, you can click on your own emitter and then lose it, and the boost remains after you've lost it. So the enemy emitter in both cases gets extra power. So, yay on both counts. Only not really. There we go. What are you? No, you're all still weenie. We knew that. Okay, now that we're around the corner, I think it's safe to terraform that down and start the double prong attack. Go! Faster than we had the double prong attacks last time because of the availability of guppies on this map. And there we're attacking into white. I think I'm going to leave that open. We're just going to start doing a little damage to white as we're able. And that gives us an extra thingamabob, bonus thingamabob, which is fantastic. Let's send our guppy, return you to base, get a full loadout of with power pellets of what do they call them? Packets? Yeah. And then we're going to have him go land over here. And I think that I have a plan to not lose all of our infrastructure. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, we could just exit through here, couldn't we? Yeah, let's just do that. That would be easier. Oh, well, oops. Oops. It was already set right. We just push through there. And send this guy down here. Oh, actually, let's knock the rest of that down too. That will actually help. Well, it didn't really matter. But that will give us some extra pressure in that direction. Okay, so we don't have to do any fancy base lifting. We could have. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. We do still need to lift the base, I believe. So what happens is this explodes and it forces Creeper up over the top, because this is only terrain height 2. So what we need to do is lift this guy, terraform a wall up, or maybe here. Right here would be better because it'll be cheaper. Like just a 9 high wall right there. And then defeat him and then terraform it back down and bring the command center back. I think that's our plan. Or we could wait, no, because we need this thing. That's the problem. We need this thing. I was going to say we could wait until the late game and just crush it so fast that it has no chance to explode. But I don't think that's going to work out. So we're going to terraform height 9 right here. And then a height 1 right here. Oh, I see. Why we do? Oh, we don't have our guppy there. There, I guess. No. Okay, well, that was sufficient, I guess. Let's save the guppy. That was sufficient to keep the... We just need the Terp to not die, so we do that. Apparently that gets us there. Oh, wait, let's pause. We don't need the terraforming anymore, so actually we can go back down to 2. That was a successful mission. You can see how that can go awry. That actually made it look not as dangerous, but I managed to screw that up a few different ways. Orbital. Managed to do that wrong a few different ways. Let's see, now at this point it seems to me that we have nothing to lose by lowering this. Like none of this is pushing into anything. Like none of this is really affecting this battle over here, which is being won in any case. So there's really no point in leaving this up. Ooh, I just got the jonesing for some World of Tanks. That's maybe why you may be wondering, like, you say you play a lot of games, but you don't post a lot of videos. Yeah, a lot of games I'm not really very good at. So I play them for fun, but they wouldn't make... And I will be honest with myself, like, my personality is not enough to carry a video. Sorry me. I'm not that entertaining. I'm not that guy. I'm not a Scene Anders or, Captain Sparkles or one of those guys that just quips and quopes and laughs and gets you to ha-ha along with him while he fumbles through a video. That doesn't work for me. Like, the only thing that gets me through a video is being able to explain the technical side of a game and demonstrate, like, the inner workings, where I don't see a lot of YouTubers that do that. I think that's really where my audience lies. Certainly where my talents lie. Where are we going next? We just had a huge victory. We took this wall down. What's going on with this? That's going to drop, but I don't think... We might get this ring, but I don't think we're going to make much progress down that direction. We got a thingamabob. We can open 7. What does that do for us? 17s. Those are not, like, that's not terrible danger. 90 on the other hand is a little bit much. Let's see, where are we fighting currently? These bombs are as useful as your memory of them. That's basically... it seems to me that we are meant to push into... Oh, we have control of yellow, so we can unstopper this. Where do we send you? Maybe, okay. Maybe we push you and you into red. And then we might be able to take this through yellow. 45, what are we pushing now? 60? Maybe? We need this, we need a one, we need this. Where's the other one? There's got to be another one. I don't know, I don't see it. Doesn't appear to be in our immediate vicinity. Because then I think we can push through yellow. We should uncork this so that we can put a little extra pressure through there. It seems like we're going to need a ring, though, in order to take this. Like, if we could put a ring on that. One of these rings, not one of the rainbow rings. The rainbow bridge would connect them together, but the numbered ones cut them off from the network. So this becomes isolated from the rest of the red network and just connects this gateway back to this ring here. So if we could get this thing, that would be rich. Ooh, maybe we do need to plug that again and go push through here into number 7. Maybe we need to open number 7. I don't know, everything kind of points that direction. It seems a little dangerous, but okay, let's try it. Back over here. And then we terraform this down. Where's our guppy? Did our guppy get... No, here. I don't know that that's ever going to make a big difference over there, but, like, it makes more sense than not using it. 600 against 245. We'll start using it over here in just a minute. We'll flood out the red gate here. What are you? You're 30, 300. and 99. It's the 300 that worries me. The 30 and the 99, not so much. The nice thing about this is we can just close the gate if we start to lose too badly. So let's open that and see how it goes. And then we just close it and kind of like win back our lost territory real quick. We don't want to lose nodes. Emitters. I like to call them nodes. I think that's better. Let's see. It seemed like we were losing down here, so let's go ahead and boost that. And then maybe we won't have to close this again. So the top part seemed like it was holding just fine. Or we could close this when our booster runs out. Let's see, what are you down to? 197. That's a pretty significant drop. That's actually gone up. That's funny. So now we'll close this while our booster recharges, I think. It's probably the viable strat. Kind of seems like maybe we should block that back up. That would seem to focus more pressure down that direction. Let's go ahead and do that. Three seconds. Where did our switch go? There we go. Do. 90, really. How are we doing here now? We got it halfway down with two of these bombs. It either feels like cheating or like we're struggling too hard, but I don't know where else we would push at, to be honest. Down here, maybe? Oh! Curse me for a blind fool. Oh! How do you miss that, Stan? Holy smokes. That's only at 89. Yeah, we're gonna attack that stuff. We're gonna see what we can do here for a minute, though. Wow, we win that. We're not gonna stop with the strategy A, plan A, which should have been like plan G, because how did we miss this? Shame on me. Like I said, some games I'm not very good at. Oh, well, you know, to be fair, it was probably hidden under this stuff most of the time. Our power-up ran out over here, and we appear to be kind of holding our ground. No? Maybe? This thing, I think, goes here. Hopefully this doesn't destroy us. We gotta watch right here. This is where we'll see problems. It'll start to overpower these nodes. Fortunately, we have this peg right here we can hang it on. Kind of the same thing that we've been doing over here. We can just rinse and repeat until it works. Oh, look at this. We managed to hang in there long enough to get another booster up. Die, Creeper! Oh, hey. That was an unexpectedly easy victory. Okay. We'll take it. No problem. They are pretty powerful, because if you look, I mean, that's all just like pointing. Basically, like these 8 are just gushing down yellow, right? Just like fire hose style. Just like destroying everything. So yeah, that's that. And this everything here has to push one way, right? So we have a significant advantage over that. Also, I think these gateway things, whatever they're called, I forget. I think they have a higher throughput. I think it's like a direct connection. Like it's not a. I don't know. These are just things that I feel intuitively. I have nothing technical that I'm basing any of that off of. How are we doing back here? We are holding steady, so 0 progress being made unless we're actually using the power up against it. So yeah, I think that's a futile battle at the moment that we need to just cool our jets on. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we were making any real progress up here either. Which means what? What do? I guess we win this battle, which is going to take forever. Because we have to defeat this thing 4 frickin' times. Do we maybe... I'm just thinking, like, look at red, right? We've got this red up here, which if we were to take that, we could then isolate pretty easily, right? We've got this red up here, which we could do, well, not as easily. This red over here, we could fairly easily... Okay... I think I see the beginnings of a strategy. So as much as I am enjoying this slow victory here, I don't think that's what we're doing right now. We're actually going to send that up there. Oh, maybe that's not such an easy win. Well, we'll see how it goes. I think we might be able to beat that. We have a lot of pressure, especially if we put this thing right here. Oh yeah, look at us go. Look at us go. And then without the power up, it pushes us back. That's important to note. Oh, we're losing a lot of pressure here into white. I know I said that I wanted to leave that intentionally, but I'm wondering if that's still wise. If we can get this one, that would be huge. Maybe on this next push, because I think we're taking this down pretty significantly. No, no, oh, come on. It does not appear, where is it? That is not one that we can conquer immediately, I don't think. Okay, let's try our luck elsewhere. We pointed out this one first, so let's go do it. That one I'm pretty certain we can defeat easily. But that shouldn't be a problem. We'll go down to ×2 speed. Yeah, there we go. No sweat skis. Yeah, and then we'll just get our Terp up there. Actually, let's wait until this thing explodes. That also gets us a power up, which is huge! Are you ready now? Can we do this now? Can we... Oh, I see. We can attack that way, but that's suicide. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, now maybe we can get our Terpity-terp-tastic Terp over here. Let's put you there. Why not? If you build a guppy pad on one of these circles, it gets double the payload, which is pretty sweet. Not so much on these styles of map, because we just don't really do that much terping. Terraform, level 9. And then we can move along to the next red target. which now that we have a power-up might be this one. But let's try this one next, I guess. That one doesn't have a Ceeper. That's, oh yeah, let's get our accelerator going. Got it. That accelerator's nice. Okay, we put you there and you here. Hopefully that's within range. I don't know. Okay. Any other reds hiding about? Actually, you know what? I mean, while I'm thinking about it, this one could be cut off as well pretty easily. Oh, here's one, yeah. That's easy. Easy Monets. So then over here we'll just slowly dismantle red. I don't see a faster way to do it. Maybe there is one, but I just don't know what it is. Maybe there's a trick I don't know or something. That's another power up under our belt. So what are we pushing now? 80. That's wonderful. So now what happens if we open up our 7 gate and push 800 down its throat instead? No, why did you let them capture me? Well, it was kind of inevitable because the thing blew up and then there was the thing and the stuff. So, you know. You know, that's just how it is, man. You'll be free again soon. Ooh. There you go. Now you're free again. Which means we need our turpity-turptastic turp down here. Down here. And guppity-gup-gup-guppiter-gup-gup. I don't know. I told you I wasn't that entertaining. It's not my fault if you don't believe me. What I do try hard not to do is fall into one of my pet peeves, which is like people who resort to the same phrase or line or joke or, you know, whatever. Those, I have to stop watching those people eventually. Even like, for example, what is his name? He's not a YouTuber, but he's a presenter. Jordan Maxwell, maybe? I don't know. He's a conspiracy theorist guy that I watched years and years and years ago, and he was really interesting, and he had all this cool stuff to say, but like the vocabulary that he employed was so one-dimensional that I just couldn't even deal with it anymore. I had to just shut him off and say, no, sorry, buddy. I can't hear you anymore. Hello? Hello? Can I please? Yes. Okay, let's try this one now. I think we should be able to do that. We'll just start pushing this way instead of the other for a minute. Looks like we've achieved an equilibrium here. Like we're not getting beaten, so we don't really need to boost that at the moment, particularly. It looks like maybe we can... It's going down. Or it was going up. So the extra power that we're bringing to the table now has really made a difference. Let's just try one more of these things. If we can get this one in the corner, then that's pretty much it. That's our victory right there. Come on, give it to me. Just yes, okay, very good. Couple more seconds. There it is. Okay, so now we've got that under our control. And at that point, what's going on here? That's a 72. So we push 80. I think as soon as we get this completely and this power up under our control, we'll move this back down here. And pull this plug. Because we basically control red now. We need to start, actually, let's see. We need to go over here. That would be the thing to do. I believe we control all red that has any, like, production behind it. Right? Right? Yeah. So let's send you over here again. And then where's our terpity-terptastic terp at? We got to start terraforming all this stuff back down. All of our red gates have to come back down. You and you, both of you. And I think that's all right. That way we got max pressure going onto the red as we make our attack onto this boss area. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our little rainbow bridge, which is where? Over here. Let's get it standing by. We're going to put our rainbow bridge on one of the reds and then open the other red up to attack via our red network. So we should have a pretty easy victory, I think, there. We're basically going to be attacking with everything we have on both red and yellow. In fact, if we could get a terp in range, we could open that up too, but I just don't see it happening. I don't know how. Oh, we got more of these things now. How did I not see that? Oh, I just put that there. Yeah, okay. Well, that's kind of a big deal. And look at us go. Oh, yeah, okay, we just got that. What are you? Let's push this direction real quick. That should pretty much crush this whole branch, I would imagine. Are we ready to do this? We've got one more area to revisit. And then I think we are ready. Not that that's a super important one. In fact, there's no reason at all to take those down, and only that power up to lose. Potentially. I don't think we're going to have any real issue there, but, you know, just in case. Better to be safe, right? Beautiful. Okay, I don't know where to put you. We don't want you. Let's just randomly. Oh yeah, I think we wanted to plug you relatively soon anyway, so. And then you can just go randomly right there for right now. And that should crush all of that relatively quickly, I would think. Well, except that we got to destroy this thing 4 flippin' times. So no, not relatively quickly. That's going to take a minute. Let's come over here and give you the boost of a lifetime. We should be pushing, 110 right now? Where did that? Seem to be 120. Very good. Let's take this down. It's not really saving us anything at the moment. Okay, what is this now? We've got a flipper. And we've got a converter. So, yeah. We've gotten him twice so far. It appears we have quite a sufficient force to deal with him. Oh, we can get a Terp over here now, so let's do that. We can reassign our Guppy this way, I believe, so let's do that as well. Our other Terp is up here. I think we are done with him, so let's bring him back down to base so we can replace the one that just left. Terraform you down. Make sure we're not like about to stumble into some kind of a trap too. Got it. That one's dead. Okay, and we got our second power up down. Whatever it's called. Minus 20% to creep production. Map wide. That's power. Very powerful. Alright, where do we push next? That is the question. We now have red firmly in our grasp. We don't need to have that there. We probably should look for isolated areas. Green. Green looks pretty promising. Oh, look at us go over here. Here I'm talking about where do we go next, and we're still going. 80, yeah, we're like 140. I feel like we should investigate what these other chips do, but at the same time, I feel like we don't really need anything but what we're doing right at this very moment. And when we finish expanding out into all of this, on the other hand, oh, hey, look at us go. I didn't notice that. Boom, boom, boom. So we're pushing pretty hard against brown. What else does brown have? We've determined that brown has quite a bit going for it. So maybe some of these random plugs that are just kind of placed randomly should be corking up brown instead. Since we're already pushing into this area, and we're not already pushing in. Yeah, okay, right. Stratamegies. The ones that really bother me, actually even worse than people who are repetitive in their videos, are the people who post videos of games like this with no commentary. So you have no idea what they're doing or why. They're just like clicking on a bunch of stuff, and it makes it so easy to miss like super important details where you just lose sight of the cursor for a second. You don't know what they clicked on, and something happened, and you're like, no, how did they get past that point? So you watch a 2-hour video of someone solving a puzzle to get a hint, and you don't even get the hint. I've done this. It sucks. So as tedious as my commentary is, oh, hey, look at us go over here. Producing 320. What? How? What? Oh, you're just double. You're just plainly double everything, and because it's 500 milliseconds, you're basically quadruple everything else. Holy smokes. That dude is bad news. Maybe we did need to cap off this brown over here. We might actually be able to push all of this. Well, we've just about taken this, so we still have brown up in this area too that we're pushing against. That's a one-way. That's really unfortunate. We didn't even terraform this down. We just went over the top of it. Just, oh, you're not going to terraform it? Fine, okay, we'll take it anyway. These are not in great positions. I guess we could just terraform them. Whatever. What the what? As they say. Guppage. Maybe we should make another guppage. We sure are fighting for our guppies. Or we could make relays, I suppose. That'd probably be a smarter thing to do. Speaking of things like that, let's make a reactor here. We haven't actually even built our forge yet. which is kind of dumb. But on the other hand, like, you just don't really need it either. So let's take our... We probably should investigate. Oh, look at us go, though. We're just about to get this other one, and then we can drop a different card in it. Are we actually, like, is that a thing that's happening? Are we beating this? How's White doing? White is looking pretty pathetic. I think what that means is that we want to take our guppy up here. Take this wall down. In fact, we're not using all of our resources. We've got stuff sitting around that we could be... Yeah, okay. Boom. Yeah, like it went from struggle to just instant victory. We win. And then maybe right here, because we... Oh, pause. Ho! Okay. Terraform. Oops, not you. Just the others. And we need a terp. Where's the nearest terp? Are you like way across the map somewhere? Where was it? I was just using it, wasn't I? We've got one here. And there was one... Oh yeah, you're here. With no power. So you... go down there, and then we know our new guppy. Go down there as well. Okay, and then... that should do, hopefully. Come on, Terp. Get down there. Hurry up. Get going. Got it! Whew. That was a close one. Okay, so we've got other cards we can try out. Let's see what a flipper does. Boop. Wow, that was a close one. Alright, so that basically seals the deal on White. In fact, let's take this thing and just go right up there. And that gets us access to network number 2. Which means now we can basically just start shutting down like whole colors. Is that... we didn't even need to take this wall down. It basically does no good. 200. That's what we're doing? Average 200? Am I taking this game way too slowly at this point? Like, we're pretty much just dominating. Crush. Well, I mean, I guess we're not really going that slowly. No rhyme or reason to it anymore. Oh, oops. That was wrong. I should have used a number 1. One is much more stable and has a lot more power behind it. Okay, what do? Alm is ready to use a flipper. Let's just try it up here. I'm guessing it flips it. It just becomes mine. That's just what it does. It's just mine now. Okay. Okay. Because that makes sense, I guess. That gets us both of the 2 switches, which opens that gate right there, which allows us attacking to green, which has not a whole lot going on for it. So let's do it. That didn't work. But we can just close it again. If that's what we need to do, right? And then what we could do is, let's see, do, where are we at? We could do that, would probably help pretty significantly. And then maybe like, well, as I said, they're very persnickety about how you click on them. We'll never surrender. We're up here doing battle with the boss. If you haven't noticed that, we've defeated him a couple of times now. 3 of his lives gone already. Green is falling. Looks like this map is soon to be taken over. We've just about defeated brown without actually even doing anything actively. Well, I guess we did do this, didn't we? Let's move you to here. And you to here, and that should give us the upper hand on brown. And then let's take our 1 here, link you up over there, because that also includes this other one. Like, all those become one network, so it grows in strength. Let's use our flipper to get something powerful on our side. Let's like find one of those random big guys that 19.9 repeating. I don't know about that. Like this guy. That might not stick because these guys are still producing too much. Yeah, that's probably not going to work. But, oh, maybe. Because there's no enemies in range still. That's a like a stupidly OP bomb when you think about it. I mean, I'm not being very smart about it. Let's if we boost this. Can we? I got it just in the nick of time, but it's still not going to do it. These things are back in enemy control, which means they're way too powerful for us. But that was a fun little experiment. There's probably areas where we could do that much. Producing 2. Oh, they must have been 5 originally. So like that's an area where we could probably just go in and say boom boom pow, like the Black Eyed Peas. And just like, yeah, okay, we win now. It's ours. 2. What are we losing? What is beating us? There's nothing here. It must have just been a reservoir. Let's do this. And even better, let's do that. Thanks for rescuing me. Yeah, we're going like over the top of things. Green is now ours. All that's left, whoa! Literally all that's left is blue. I have not been paying enough attention. I've been like focused on the micro. Let's see, let's open up 4. This map has really not forced us to use these gates. Some of them, like the entire map, revolves around the proper implementation of the gateways, which I have to say I enjoy a fair bit. This was actually a pretty... Once we got past the initial very difficult beginning stage of this map, it was actually pretty easy. I have to say. Oh, we got a. I didn't even see that on the map there. Negative power up there. That gave us a minus 10%, but we're still pushing 330, so probably okay. I'm thinking probably all right that we have that, and now we have the Rainbow Bridge at our disposal. I don't know which of ours is the most powerful. I don't suppose it really matters. Let's see, let's increase the scale. Oh yeah, blue is pretty powerful actually. So definitely not pink, but all the others are roughly equal. Yellow probably is our most powerful one. I was about to join up with blue, but I think that's a bad idea. 13, where's the switch for that? I think we just like start attacking from all sides. 14, we don't have both switches for that. We need 5. Let's go. Crush you. We could be opening up these as well, but I guess we could get a terp in here. We could get a terp right there, actually, and do all of that stuff at once. Well, where do we need a boost at? Go up there. That's a pretty powerful radius for one of these things. Well, boom. Almost had that one. That would have been nice if it had stuck. Let's open 11. It should be a pretty easy victory. Oh, we got this thing too. Dang it. Well, wasn't paying attention. I don't think it really matters. We're kind of winning. I think it's pretty much game over. 12? Thought we opened to that already. Guess not. Is everything open? 10. 9. There goes the big boss guy. Done. Alright, it's just blue. 14, that's what we need to open now. And that is like the last big attack through brown. I guess through red as well, and kind of through everything, really. Alright, now let's take a number 2 and throw it on there, and a number 1 and throw it on there, and a number 1 and throw it on there. And what else have we got? Where are you at? We have more. We have more. Where are you all hiding at? And you. Let's put you on there. Should be more. There's one. Let's put you there, and then we'll just leave the central hub alone. We'll just overwhelm that. There we go. So really, really tough in the beginning. That seems to be the general trend with these, is like once you figure out what you have to do, it's not too hard to execute. So it's kind of fun. It really is a puzzle, and then the execution is just kind of a matter of what are we missing? This. Any others that I'm not seeing? No, I believe that's the only one. Landing. Let's put you right there. That should do it. We just need to destroy that thing, and then it's a win. Bum, 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 bum. Doo-doo. Let's see, where does that put us? 37.86, not even on the chart. Under an hour. Probably if I were to play it right now, knowing what I know, I could do it in under an hour. Like, without trying to power game a speed score, I feel pretty good about that. That's not bad. Well, you guys take care. Make sure you drop me a like down there, and have a wonderful day.